Well, hello, my lovely friends. It's Bella here from Rachel Bella Crafts, and I'm very late this evening, as you can see by the time. I've had a really busy day today. I've been gardening and doing all kinds of things and getting ready for my holiday and visitors this evening, so I'm really late getting this video done. But I was determined. So I'll show you what I've done so far, because I was just beginning to join these two pages together, and I thought, ooh, I better turn the camera back on. I'm just tidying up a few bits and pieces that are annoying me a moment. And that could have come out just like that. There we go. Now, what I've done here, this is the inside of the cover. That's the cover. Okay. Now I have invisibly stitched the cover down. Okay. And I've done a few things. I've put some crosses on here and some crosses there, and I've done some borrow stitching across there, and I put a button there and over a little bit of lace. But I've also joined this lace on because when it closes like so, there's a pin in there now, that's why it won't look tidy, but I have stitched all this down so it's all lying nice and flat. So this is the inside. Watch I don't pull my thread out of my needle again. And then this side, which is upside down, sorry about that. Make sure my light's not in it now. So I've actually stitched, that's not joined together yet. I'm going to do that afterwards, but I've stitched the top one to the lace. That's what I've been doing there. I've been invisibly stitching the lace to this inside part, okay? So I've got around here. What I've done, I put this flower on here, and which I thought was very nice. Once I took off the pen, it came out rather nicely. So managed to do that with nice leaves, and I've chosen a lovely green for that. It is green. It's not grey. It's green for the leaves. What else have I done? I put that on. You saw that yesterday, and I was just joining the two together. So let me just show you what I'm doing. So at the moment, what I'm doing, let me turn it around that way and then I can see what I'm doing. I'm working from this side. I'm going to put a pin in there because that's gaping a bit. So I want that to stay down. I've had terrible hay fever today, and that's why my nose has been itching. It's been horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm going through. No, I was doing it from the other side, actually. I remember now. So I'm going through there. Oh, well, that was the other thing I was going to show you. On this lace, it had like a little bit of an edge on it. So I thought I'd do some over stitching on there. I don't know whether you can see it or not. By here, look. And I thought that was nicely finishing it off. So that came through there. So what I'm doing now, I'm just going through the top layer to here on the sides. I hope you're all well, and thank you all for your lovely comments. It's really encouraging to get nice comments. That's going right the way through there, and then I'll go back up through the same place that I just came through, but not exactly the same place, otherwise your cotton will come out. I'm going through, but I'm not going through the back, look. I'll do that in a moment. So, oh, I knew that would happen. It's catching on things, look. That's what happens when you've got pins in. Now, I've got my, you won't have to suffer long. I've got my trusty little, but I was going to say, I'm using a milliner's, I think it's called a milliner's. Yeah, a milliner's needle here, because I wanted it to go through all the layers. Here I go again. I'm having trouble with my forefinger, this one. I've got arthritis in it and it won't bend sometimes, and that's why I'm fumbling around so much. But there we go. We managed, don't we? I'm not going to stop sewing though. Now I'll go back through just in case I didn't do it the first time. I think I did, but I'll come back up the same place. And I'm going through the one layer. This is already stitched on, by the way. I've stitched the two ends on, and now I'm just going through the one layer. No, I'm not in 10 and fibs. I was going through the two layers there, but this side, because what happens when you do that, you have a straight stitch at the back. That's why I can't, I don't know whether you can see. No, you can't. That's why I was going back down the same hole. And I can do that all the way down now, actually. I could have done that at the top. Just keep going back through if you don't want it to show, okay? I'm doing that twice there because it's the end of it, all right? Take the pin out, be easier. And just go through the top layer. And you're attaching it, you're actually attaching it with this stitch here, which is invisible, okay? And I'm catching the lace and I'm catching the inside bit as well. I hope I'm making this clear now, because you don't want stitches to show now, because you've got your burrow stitches here. There may not be any stitches on the other side, so you don't want them to show. Now this is catching the lace. I think I went through the same hole then. I'm going down here now. I could have actually done that on the top as well, I didn't think. But as long as it comes up near the top. See, it won't matter with this because these are all light colours anyway. So, pull that off, I can see what I'm doing then. I don't mind if these fray. Doesn't bother me if they fray. Just depends on the look that you want. If you want everything to look pristine, then you would have to turn it under. You'd have to turn those raw edges under. I'm not bothered. I like the raggedy edge. So I hope you're all getting on well with your sewing. I know that Sharon Reese, I think it's Sharon. Yes, it is Sharon, isn't it? Has made a beautiful, what do you call it? What's this called? I've forgotten the name of it now. Sewing book. I'm tired, but I wanted to get this up tonight to show you. So you can see the cover finished. And then when I'm on holiday, which is on Saturday, I will do these other pages here. But I've got to make another 2 of these. Oh no, that's a cover. I've got to make a few more pages because I used that page on the back of that one. So I've got a few more pages to make yet. Just making sure that I don't go right through there. But now I go right through. I'm going right through to the back. And you're not going to see this. These milliner's needles are great. And the milliner's needles, I bought them for when I'm using beads. Because if you look, that's the same tip there as down here. So the bead just slides over it. So this is just some cheap ones I got off Amazon, I think. Milliner's, these are size 3.9. Oh no, I didn't get them. I got them on my local craft shop. That's right. And they weren't dear. They were only £1.10p. But they're really worth it because, no, I don't know whether I went. Did I go through? I better do it again because that's on the join and it won't show with the lace anyway. That's the nice thing about if you've got lace on there, you know, you don't see the stitches so much as you would, you know, on plain material. I've really enjoyed doing this, I've got to say. And I'm looking forward to doing the rest of it on my holiday. And as I say, you may or may not see. I'm going to see if I can ask Rachel to show me how to do these shorts that they're all doing. Because that would be ideal while I'm away, wouldn't it? and you can see where I'm up to, and you can see the book as it's carrying on. What do you think of that? I am getting a right geek, aren't I? Nothing wrong with being a geek. Oh, I got to say, I don't know whether I should, but I'm going to anyway. Rachel will probably tell me off. My grandson, my youngest, Rachel's youngest, not my youngest. Yes, he is. He's my youngest grandson. But I've got 2 great-granddaughters as well. And he had his hair cut because he was growing it really long. And we're going on holiday, and Rachel said, you're going to be ever so hot. So she took him to the hairdressers. Well, I tell you what, he's 13 years of age. He's, how tall is he? 5'10". And he looks like he should be in the Marines. He's absolutely stunning. And we couldn't tell with all this hair he had. I wish I could show you a photo. But he is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, we knew he was sweet and gorgeous, but not this gorgeous. So, well done, Daniel. I said he'll have all his year, you know, in school. All the girls will be chasing him now. Keep an eye on him now, won't we, Rach? I've got 8 grandsons, 2 granddaughters, and 2 great-granddaughters. And it's lovely having so many boys. Years ago, when we were waiting for the babies to be born, we were saying, oh, it'd be lovely if we had a girl next. But to tell you the truth, it's been absolutely wonderful having all these boys. They're all different, and they're all so loving. Oh, and I've got some more news. My grandson that's living with me, Jonathan, he finished off my garden, our garden, I should say. Very rude of me. You ought to see it, honestly. I might put pictures on the end for you to see, because I did take a couple. And it's absolutely stunning what he's done. And it was really hard because it was hot. We had a lovely hot day today. And he was working in the heat, bless him. But oh my gosh, I put the plants in and everything. I'm really, really pleased. It's been a long time since I've done any gardening. Excuse me. I want to make sure this is secured here. So, we've had a busy day. And it's my eldest granddaughter's birthday tomorrow. Her name's Beth. She is absolutely adorable. Both of my granddaughters are adorable. We're very blessed, aren't we, to have grandchildren? It's a totally different relationship, don't you think? You can spoil them and you can build their confidence up. Whereas with your own, you tend to, you're so busy, you just haven't got the time. I think I'm doing this right. I'm just carrying on, chattering away. And, but I'm joining the 2 pages together now. Okay. May or may not have enough cotton to end the, we shall see. I'll probably unthread the cotton again. Seems to be a habit, doesn't it? It's looking nice, isn't it? But there we are. I really am enjoying this. Thank you, Sharon, for asking me to do it. Because I've been meaning to make another book. I hope I'm on screen and not off the page or anything. No, I think I'm okay. Sliding off the mat, I am. But it's been great fun. I'm trying to think of some different elements. So I found my little pins. I should have brought them over to show you. I think I'll do that for tomorrow. I'm going to do something with the pins, and you can use bulb pins, or you can do the Tim Holtz little safety pins, and they're like a blackish colour or dark brown, and they look sweet on things. Or you can use gold ones. I've got gold ones as well. You can do all sorts of things with those. And we must have a look in my book to see if there's anything else. There we are. I told you it would come undone. It's the wrong way up. I'll leave that for a minute. I won't fumble about with that, and I'll just put some more cotton on if I can find it. There it is. I'm so glad that a lot of you have enjoyed this series, because I wasn't sure whether or not to do it. And if Sharon hadn't said, I probably wouldn't have done it as a series like this. I would have just dipped in and out. But I'm really pleased that you're enjoying it. So it's nice to share, isn't it? See, that finger just will not bend. I'm going to have to start wearing my, it's not a glove, it's one of those, it's like a, what do they call them? Support, it's a hand support it is, and I didn't need it up until now, but this finger's got really bad and it's turning that way. So it's all the hand stitching, I think. But I love it, and I can't stop doing it, so it's a problem, isn't it? I know Gail Gostinelli had trouble with her hand. She had to stop sewing for a bit. Now, where did that knot go? Is it hidden, or is it? Oh, I need that because I need to cast that off. I'm saying it again, finish it off, not cast it off. The weather's been absolutely lovely today. So now that's going to be a bit tough on my fingers, so I'm going to have to go like that, push it down like that. See, there's a way. If you look for it, there's always a way, isn't there? Right, let's get this done, and then I want to show you something then. Don't think I joined that bit. I haven't done this bit. No, I haven't, have I? Ow. It's all right. I haven't injured myself. I don't know whether I went through there now. Doesn't matter if I go through twice. But you can't see the stitches. You'd have to really look for them with the invisible stitching. And if you use this is an embroidery thread that's really thin. So I don't know what it is. It's something that came in. Oh, wait a minute. It's a 60. It's coats and it says 60, whatever that means. I want to come up there because I want to catch that bit on the end. Of course, with the lace being on it now, I'm catching it on with the cotton, but never mind, we'll manage. The more stitching on these, the better anyway. So don't worry about the layers of stitching you're putting in, because it all adds texture and it'll feel beautiful. Now with this one, there is batting. See the batting there? There is batting on this, so it feels really lovely. It feels really soft and beautiful. And the thing is, you can't rush slow stitching. Now I need to check why that is bulking at the back like that. I think I need to do that. If I can manage to do it without stabbing myself. Yeah, my finger's hurting a bit. So we'll do it to the end, and then I'll show you if I can remember what I was going to show you. It's been a long day today, I tell you. You get days like that, don't you? That can come out now before I stab myself. But this is so worth the effort. And I thought you'd like to see how I joined the 2 pages together, you know? Keep that flat. I could have done this in the first instance because I've done this page twice now. Yeah, I've stitched that, I think. Sorry I'm quiet, but I've given you all my news, I think. My daughter and her husband came tonight, and they came from church. They got a very, very active church. So they're down there most evenings, I think, and in the day. They do a lot with the young people and families. They've got not a farm shop, but they've got a shop where they've had it going now for a couple of years, and people can just go in and help themselves. You know, it's supervised and everything, and people who are sort of on family credit and things like that. They're a wonderful church. Yeah, so if I can get Rachel to show me how to do a short. My grandson's, our Tony, I keep going to call him Rob, our Tony's coming, and he's a whiz, so I shall be picking his brains to find out how I do shorts. You all probably know how to do it, but I haven't worked it out yet. And also, whilst we're away, they can show me how to speed it up, because then we could have speeded this up, couldn't we? And I would love to learn how to do that. It's probably really simple. The more raggedy, the better, so don't try and make this perfect, whatever you do, unless you turn all the corners in and do everything. But it's meant to be not scruffy, but, you know, slow stitched. It's not meant to be fussy, because you wouldn't enjoy it if it was fussy. I hope I'm on screen. Right, we're nearly there. And I'm going to put everything back in my box now tomorrow. Pack my case. Can't wait to be beside the sea. It's going to be lovely. Oh, I've got to print off Rachel's kit tonight too before I go to bed. She's got a new kit out. And if you want to see it, it's over on Rach and Bella Crafts' other channel with Rachel, and she can show you her kit. It's absolutely gorgeous. She loves blue, and I never used to like blue much, but since she's been doing these kits, I've grown really fond of blue. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that corner is really sewn down like that. Only because I don't want it to fray or anything. There we are. Job done. Yep, that's fine. And I think what I'm going to do there, I'm going to go out through there on the end, because I don't want my knot on the top. I think I'll do another one. I'm doing this in between the layers now, just so that the thread's not going to be on the top. There we go. That's done. I'll just go over and get my box, and I'll show you what I was going to do next. Get these pins out of the way before I stab myself. So doesn't that look nice? I know I've got to finish that off, but I'll finish that off camera. But look at that. Isn't that lovely? Really lovely. And it's not gaping or anything. So, oh, it feels gorgeous. It feels absolutely lovely. And if you wanted to, you could add more lace or whatever, little bits. That's the right way. I was just trying to think. I may have to do some slow stitching in the middle of that, because if they gape a bit and it gets on your nerves, then just put some invisible stitching in there. All right. And that's how she's going to look. So let's put this page in like so. And we'll build her up. Hang on, it's easier if I do it this way. There, that's better. And then whilst I'm on holiday, then I shall, if I can do a short, that is, I will stitch it in and you'll be able to see it on a short. Because that won't take any time at all. Maybe I'll take that off. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put some more stitching on there. I might even go around and, because it's caught a little bit. But that's all right, doesn't matter. This is going to be pretty, isn't it? But I want that to be the inside page, so it's going to actually be like that. So I'm going to do another page. These are, they're stitched together. I've done those already, and that's for the other book. So I've got to make more pages now for this book. And I've got to decide which one. I think actually this one belongs in here because of that and that. So that goes with that, but I've got to do the back of that. So I'll get that ready before I go tomorrow. We're going Saturday, not tomorrow. And then I will have another lot of pages to stitch whilst I'm on holiday. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I was just going to show you, I did do a little bit of this, but I was disappointed. I made a right mess of it, and my finger was hurting so much. But I realised afterwards that's the viaduct there. And I was trying to make the shape of the viaduct, but it didn't work out. But that just goes to show what you can do if you've got the patience. So I don't think I will be stitching these because my finger just won't allow it, which is sad, really. But what I might do is do a special stitch around the edge in there, do some kind of nice stitch. Isn't that lovely? I would really love to have embroidered that, but I'm just not able to do it. So it's no good. It's no good crying over spilt milk, is it? But there we are. So that's that one. That's that one. So where's my box? Here it is, by the side of me. Here's my box. This is what I wanted. I think, yes. I've got needles everywhere now. There's needles galore. Let me show you those as well. I'm going to, when I do my next pages, I've got these were from, I was a bit glary, sorry. These were from Aldecina Anne. Her name is Aldecina Anne Crafts, I think it is. These are still on the paper that I've printed them, because you know, I don't know whether you actually saw the one I did, where I was printing on the freezer paper, putting the material on the freezer paper, then putting it through and they're still on the paper, look. Okay, so they're not peeled off yet. These are peeled off. That was peeled off, and it's come out quite lovely. And that's what I put on, where is it? The other side would be, wouldn't it? This one here is one of Aldecina's. I don't know if I'm saying a name correctly. That one there, look. Aren't they pretty? So these are her labels. We've also got labels on our in our Etsy shop with part of our kits. So if you bought any of Rachel's kits, you will probably have some nice labels there. Just think about your colour scheme and what you want to add into it, and whether you want it to look vintagey or just pretty or shabby chic or whatever. But these are lovely, and you can embroider these as well, because I did on some of my clusters, didn't I? So that's what I was going to show you. like there, I would do some French knots on those. I would just do a couple of strands on that. Maybe we'll do one of those tomorrow, and I'll show you how I'm going to use that onto some material. I've got to iron this because I got some more white here, but I may put it on something else. So you need to back it really because it's quite thin if you're going to start embroidering on it. See it on there as well? You could put some French knots. Did we do French knots? Anyway, you'll see that tomorrow. You can see me doing the French knots. I know one lady said she had trouble. It kept falling out. And you have to hold it down with your thumb, whether if you're right-handed with your left hand. If you're left-handed, then you hold it with your thumb on your right hand. Because if you let that go when you're pulling it through, it will go all loose and floppy. All right? And I'll show you that tomorrow. And maybe we'll do some beads as well. All right? So I'm going to leave it there now, guys. And I'm off to bed now, to tell you the truth. And I make a video in the morning ready for tomorrow. And then we're off on holiday. So take care, everybody, and have a good evening or a good morning wherever you are in the world. And love to you all. So bye for now.